So let's kick off with Julia Shub, who is the DevOps lead at Lawgeex.
Hi-o.
Hello. Let's switch. Yep. All right. Now you are on our main event. Hello, Julia.
Hi, Arthur.
Julia, looking forward to the session, and you can share your screen.
Already being shared.
All right.
Alrighty then. So hi, everyone. My name is Julia Shub. I'm the DevOps lead at Lawgeex. I'm very happy to be here, and today we'll be talking about how pregnancy is nature's CICD. So why are we even having this talk? We are having it because I am currently 9 months pregnant, and I'm tired of making all these jokes to my husband. So I decided you all should share in his misery. But to be precise, during the past 9 months, I've noticed a lot of similarities between the process of having a baby and the software build and release cycle. There are a few analogies that can be made here to the process of building and developing and deploying a Dockerized service to being pregnant. Think of a baby as a Docker container and of the mother as a CI/CD host/platform, hopefully a stable one. Think of our code as a combination of both parents' DNA and of code push as the moment of, well, the proverbial start of a build flow. As you all know, developers are fans of pushing their code to just about any available branch, but only if the PR merges, it starts an automatic process of integration and deployment to a CI environment that would eventually lead to a deployment to production. If your CI pipeline is properly set with Git flow, for example, every push of code to a development branch will trigger a notification, usually in the form of tiredness or morning sickness after a few weeks. That will indicate your code is in its initial unit testing stage, like ultrasound, blood tests, etc., etc. Hopefully, after passing said tests, a build process will start and will be approved for deployment to a CI environment. At first, we must approve our build is technically viable and desired. That all happens around weeks 7 through 10, hopefully passing the first health check with a heartbeat monitor. After our build was deployed to CI at about weeks 10 to 16, it's time to verify the basic integration of components amongst themselves and have the first proper risk analysis of the potential outcome, such as the first heavy screening test and amino acids check right after that, checking the statistical error rate of your build. The cool thing about the testing phase while integrating is you find out a lot of cool stuff about your build, such as its possible capabilities and future compatibility with other services. Will it be capable of hosting future builds on its own, such as a female build? Or will it only provide parameters for other future build processes, like a male build? Have all your features and packages been added and initialized, such as organ development, heart monitors, bone structure, and so on? To create the proper handoff from CI environment to the pre-production stage, there are several KPIs that should be met, such as your scripts are running and your logs don't show errors. The growth process of your basic functions is continuing as planned according to the doctor's KPIs. You pass all the proper health checks, and you can see that your integrations are starting to work and are properly interacting with each other, such as brain, brawn, and internal organ activity. This is when you can move on to the next step, the staging environment. This is the part where you test your build in an environment as close to production as possible. Your build has already proven to be big and robust and is no longer running in a small container in a giant void. But you have set it in a space that is tighter, and it kicks and gives you contractions every now and then to indicate that it's ready to be released. At some point, waiting for the deployment is going to start being really nerve-wracking and heavy. But please, refrain from deploying to production before all your tests have passed. Sometimes it's unavoidable due to unforeseen circumstances, and hopefully you will not need a hotfix on production. To handle premature deployments, this session was actually recorded in advance, though it is going on live now. Often you need to prepare your production environment to the new coming service. You need to prepare resources such as power supply, storage, CPU, networking, monitoring, and logging, or as we like to call them, baby food, a bed, maternity or paternity leave, a carrying device such as a stroller, baby sensors and monitors, and most of all, diapers. And after more or less 9 months of anticipation, you may now finally deploy your build to production. It's best not to do it on a Thursday evening since it kind of ruins your weekend, but hey, at least it's finally released. And to conclude, the further down the line your build fails, the harder it is to recover. So monitor everything and do all you can to think ahead. Test your code and your infrastructure in advance to avoid possible complications. Your main disadvantage is you build it and you run it, so keep track of your maintenance windows. And make sure your service discovery and alerting are operational so you too can have a successful deployment to production that tells you with a loud notification your service is up and running as soon as it's deployed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Julia. That has been amazing. And you're my personal hero of the event for doing this in your 9-month pregnancy. So I wish you a happy and successful deployment to production.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Julia.